Hey drummers, I'm Jim Linsner along with Danusha Beats on video and editing. This is Linear Drumming Bootcamp Part 5. And today we're going to take some hand-to-hand 16th note grooves and we're going to convert those into linear grooves. And then we're going to swing the 16th notes and come up with like a hip-hop go-go groove. And we're going to talk about some groove variations. So let's get started. First, we're going to play that 16th note groove that everybody knows. Boom, bop. Boom, bop, boom. Now, to convert that into a linear groove, you just remove the two right hand notes that fall with the bass drum on beats 1 and 3. Here's what that sounds like. Okay, now let's go back to our hand-to-hand 16th groove, but let's add a couple more bass drum notes this time. All right, so now you just remove the hi-hat notes that follow with the bass drum and you have a great sounding linear groove. This is a little bit easier said than done, and I'm gonna write down the sticking on the bottom of the pattern so you can see what's actually happening, all right? You're really playing hand-to-hand 16ths, but whenever the bass drum plays, we're gonna leave out that stick, okay? So there's a couple of right-hand notes and a couple of left-hand notes that are gonna be left out of the pattern. Check it out. All right, so obviously there are like 100 other grooves that you could plug into that formula and turn into linear grooves. But what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna take a little left turn and we're gonna swing the 16th notes on that same groove we just played. Here's what that sounds like. All right, so that is a really cool sounding groove. And the first time I heard that groove played was by Marcus Baylor with the Yellowjackets on the song Go Go. Let's listen to a few seconds of that song. Yeah, I just love that groove. And I encourage you to listen to that whole song and check out some of the variations that Marcus Baylor is playing. I'm going to give you some simple variations that I've come up with that I really like to use. The first one is just taking the last two 16th notes, swung 16th notes, and moving them to a tom. Let's listen to what that sounds like. Another thing that you can do to come up with lots of different variations is play some hi-hat openings, okay? Every single note could be a hi-hat opening in this groove, but I've chosen to open on the E of beat 2. Let's listen to that. In number 8, we're going to open the hi-hat on beat 3, but it's going to be a long opening instead of a short opening, okay? And I'm going to omit the of beat 3 with the left hand on the hi-hat, okay? Why? Because I can. With linear beats, you don't have to play every single 16th note all the time. You can leave notes out and it can breathe and sound really, really cool and funky. So here's a hi-hat opening on beat 3. Okay, next, let's combine those two hi-hat openings. So we got the opening on the short opening on the E of 2 and the long opening on beat 3. Another great way to embellish this groove is to add some double strokes. If I add a double stroke with the right hand, it creates a triplet, and it sounds really, really cool. So I'm going to put a double stroke with the right hand on the and of beat 4. Now let's put a double stroke with the right hand on the and of beat 1 and listen to what that sounds like. Now let's combine the last two examples. So we're going to have a double stroke on the and of beat 1 and a double stroke on the and of beat 4. Okay, that's a wrap for Linear Drumming Bootcamp Part 5. The takeaway from this is that you can swing any of your 16th note beats, and you can turn any of your hand-to-hand 16th note beats into linear beats. There's a lot of potential there. The other thing is, once again, you got to check out the Yellowjackets. Great group. They've had several different drummers. All of them are amazing, and you can get so much inspiration from listening to great drummers. So do that. I'm Jim Linsner. Thanks a lot for watching. Stay tuned for more Linear Drumming Bootcamp videos.